Hey guys, we have something going on in Flat Lick, Kentucky. For those of you that aren't aware, very recently, this past August 29th, about 2:30 in the afternoon on Friday, there was a lady, 44 years old, lived on Sandy Branch. Her name was Priscilla Jones. Supposedly was attacked by a pack of wild dogs. Now, the thing about Sandy Branch, for those of you that aren't aware, this was the second time something like that happened. A body was found in a ditch, and the last I read on the body that was found a few months back, it was just a quick blurb in and out of the newspaper. Last thing I read was, it's currently under investigation. God, I hope it isn't the Kentucky State Police, because those mother crooked as shit. It makes me kind of wonder, because I drive through Flat Lick a lot on the way to work, and I'll tell you something. I mean, I haven't been over every square inch of it, but I've never seen a pack of dogs, wild dogs running around. You see dogs once in a while running the road, you know, but nothing like that. And what makes me suspicious is the person that called said she's being attacked by dogs right now, but couldn't tell how many dogs it was. How come they didn't at least say, what, at least 2 or 3? 3 or 4? What kind of dog was it? Was it a big dog? I mean, it seemed like the police showed up and they were told it was dogs. There was no evidence whatsoever, aside from a few bite marks on her, from what I understand. But the police just pretty much sound like they took it for granted and said, okay, we're just going to investigate it as a dog attack. Boy, that's suspicious. This lady's husband seems to think that there's something else to this. Now, he seems to think that there was some sort of blunt force trauma or some sort of a gash or a heavy mark somewhere on the back of her neck, maybe near the base of the skull. Who would do something like that? Guys, this is your community. Y'all know each other. Everybody knows who has that annoying dog that wanders up and down the road. Everybody knows, you know, by the headlights coming up the road, who it is. Hey, that's so-and-so's car. You know what I mean? It seems like the 2 times that happened, Sandy Branch is a dead end. So it must have been somebody that had some business in and out of there. Maybe a vehicle that kind of blended in. You know, you wouldn't think was out of place. I'm curious to know who made that phone call. Why couldn't they guesstimate how many dogs it was, or what kind of dog that it was? You guys live here. You guys know each other. It's a small community. Somebody has to know something. It's interesting what you read in the paper versus what you hear from the locals who are just a few houses away. And there was one comment on one of the articles on Miss Jones where her daughter was saying that she knows who did it. Now that's interesting. Now, I don't want to put anybody's name out there because I don't know. But you know, something like this, you just can't let this continue. That was 2 bodies so far. Probably the same person responsible. If this is a person, which, man, from what I've seen since moving to Kentucky, I've realized that you guys have local law enforcement working against you a lot of the time. And I'm not afraid. I'll call them out. I don't care, you know? I mean, if you guys know who this is, can you drop a name, all right, allegedly, who you allegedly think it is, in the comment section below. I'll get the conversation started by saying that I was told that it was a man by multiple sources. A very troubled individual who's had run-ins with the law. Do you know who I'm talking about? The last name has 5 letters, and it begins with the letter B, as in boy. Let me know in the comments section below if you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the news.
We're learning more details after authorities in Knox County, Kentucky say a woman was killed by a pack of dogs on Friday.
10 News reporter Andrew McClung learned that this is not the first time something like this has happened in the area.
Knox County Sheriff Mike Smith says his deputies are continuing to investigate all possibilities after they believe a woman was killed by a pack of dogs on Friday. And they're also wanting community members that live in that area to stay vigilant after the second such death in the last 4 months.
A neighbor had heard sounds of distress coming from her residence. He lived approximately 150 yards away, happened to be outside. He goes down there, observes several dogs attacking this lady, and contacts 911.
That woman was 44-year-old Priscilla Jones. Her husband, Johnny Smith, says her death has left their family in shock.
She was an extremely loving, caring woman.
Back in May, Sheriff Smith says the Kentucky State Police investigated a similar death along the same road in the Flat Lake community. Sheriff Smith says he's wanting people that live in Flat Lake to be on the lookout as animal control is highly monitoring the area.
Contact the animal control officer if they see it, get away from it, try to use every means they can. Carry them a walking stick, carry pepper spray, whatever, to protect themselves.
As authorities continue to investigate, Smith says his family is now making plans for Priscilla's funeral.
We got to come up with at least $3,250 by tomorrow, Wednesday, by 5 o'clock, which is her birthday, or we won't be able to bury her.
If you would like to help the family with funeral costs, you can contact Barberville Affordable Funeral Home. In Knox County, Kentucky, I'm Andrew McClung.
That just breaks my heart. A man out working in his yard and his wife goes to walk down the street, and next thing you know, he sees a commotion, and then he sees his wife being carted off to the hospital with life-threatening injuries that she later succumbed to. Help this man. Help this family. Get some closure. Somebody watching this video knows who them dogs belong to, but I'm willing to bet that based on what I've heard from too many people, that dogs may have been involved at some point, but there is one person, one man. I did hear from somebody who lives very close by that when the police returned, he fled. Do you know who I'm talking about now? Comment section below. Also, have there been other instances like this? I can go back and probably I could find 2 as far as Sandy Branch. But if you could leave me some more names down in the comment section below. And also, I would like you guys, if you know corrupt law enforcement officials, drop their names, allegedly, in the comment section below. Alright, and then I'll do some digging and see what I could find. Because I'm telling you something, we can't make communities safer if the people that are paid to do so aren't doing their job. So, unfortunately, until I get more information, guys, that brings this one to a close. I wish I had better news. But, this has to stop. But it is what it is. So, until the next one, guys, stay out of trouble, and we'll holler at you later.